Very good morning, children. This is Nageshwara, IIT Chemistry faculty. Let us continue. Our topic is nothing but is matter around us pure? Is matter around us pure? Today in this class, we are going to discuss about the next separation technique, that is nothing but fractional distillation and distillation. Okay, we are going to learn the topic distillation and fractional distillation. Okay, distillation and fractional distillation. In the previous class, we discussed about some important separation techniques, how to separate, what are the apparatus we are using. Okay, don't get any confusion by seeing the diagram. Okay, it is an arrangement which is used for a simple distillation. Let us explain one by one clearly. Okay, first of all, what is meant by distillation process and fractional distillation? When we need to use the what are the principle behind that distillation process? Okay, here distillation process is a process of separating any two liquids or a mixer which contains a boiling point difference, which contains different type of boiling points. Okay, based on that means this is the technique which is used to separate based on their boiling points. That means each and every compound contains what? Its respect to boiling point. When there is a difference between a boiling point, of the respective compounds, then we can use one technique that what we can call as a simple distillation. Let us discuss about first what is distillation. Afterwards we will discuss about the fractional distillation. Here, first let us discuss the apparatus which we are using for the distillation process. Okay, hope you all know the names of the apparatus. Let us discuss one by one. This is called a distillation flask. Or sometimes we can use round bottom flask also. This is a distillation flask and this is a stand. This is Bunsen burner. This is one more stand. Here, this is one thermometer. We are using one thermometer which is used to know the temperature, how much you are giving, how much heat energy you are giving. That we need to identify by using the thermometer. Okay, now here this is called very important one. This is called a apparatus condenser. Okay, this is called what ma? Condenser. This condenser is having two things. One is outlet, another one is inlet. Okay, I will discuss what is that outlet and inlet. This is called what ma? A condenser. This is called a flask. Originally it is called as conical flask. Any flask you can use, or you can use any beaker also, no problem. I use here a conical flask. Okay, let us discuss first of all how to separate this one. Okay, here by using distillation process I am going to separate water from the salt. Okay, I am going to separate water from the salt. Water is having boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. Then think about the boiling point of the salt, very high. Then we can use this technique to separate salt and water. Salt and water. How to do this process? Let us discuss clearly. Okay, now here in this flask, in this round bottom flask, I am taking salt water. What I am taking? Salt water. And I am giving continuously some heat energy by using a Bunsen burner. Okay, here I am taking salt water. I am giving heat energy from the Bunsen burner. Then what happened? Here you keep on increasing the heat energy. Then you can identify the temperature on the thermometer. After reaching 100 degrees, what will happen? The water start evaporates. This is all nothing but steam. That means the water vapor, whatever is there now, that is called as steam. Then this steam transferred to this condenser. Now here it is open. It is transferred to a condenser. Now here, whatever the water vapor or whatever the steam which is there in the condenser, okay, it is in the form of gaseous state or vapor state. Then what we need to do, we need to cool that water vapor, or we need to cool that steam to convert into water again. That is why we are using one condenser here to to cool that steam. We are using one inlet and one outlet. Okay, this is inlet. That means we just give one connection, water connection to the inlet. That means you just forward the cooling water by using this inlet. Then what will happen? This condenser cool the steam which is there in the inner glass tube, and the remaining water will be coming out from the outlet. That means by using inlet, you are giving some amount of cooling water. Due to cooling water, what will happen? Whatever the steam is there in the inside glass is becoming cold and converted into water. And you can collect that water in a flask. Okay, understood? Whatever the steam which is entering into the condenser, okay, by using the cooling water, that means you are giving one connection in the inner, okay, tap water, cooling water. Then what will happen? The water will rotate inside the glass tube. Then because of the cooling nature, the steam whatever is there in the condenser will become cold. Condensation takes place. Then what will happen? Due to condensation process, the water vapor changes into water again. That water you can collect here. Okay, this is the outlet. Because you are continuously giving the water, the remaining water will coming out from the outlet. Okay, like that. Now after complete evaporation of the water from the salt water, what is left in the this flask? What is left? Salt will be left. The remaining water you can collect from here. Like this, by using distillation process, you can collect water from the salt water. Water from the salt water. Okay, understood? Hope you understood. And here, very important one. Okay. Okay, this is the way how to collect the water from the salt water. Now, what process you observe in this distillation process? Two important process combinedly called as distillation. What is that one? In the first case, when you are heating, what happened to the water? It is evaporating. Therefore, distillation is nothing but a process of evaporation. And after evaporation, what is happening inside the condenser? Condensation process takes place. Therefore, evaporation plus condensation. This is the way how to separate two components based on their boiling point difference. Then if there is no boiling point difference, what will happen? For example, both are having same boiling point. As you can able to use this process, because if both are having, let us take, if both are having 100 degrees Celsius, okay, or Fahrenheit to 373 Fahrenheit, 373 Kelvin, what will happen? Both will evaporate and both will come again. What is the use of using this process? We can't. That is why distillation or fractional distillation process is used mainly based on their boiling points difference. If both are having same boiling point, we cannot use the process distillation process. And distillation process commonly called as evaporation plus condensation. This is how to separate two components based on their boiling points. Okay, now let us see what is fractional distillation. Actually, there is no difference between distillation and fractional distillation. A minute difference is there for fractional distillation, that is nothing but, let us see. Okay, fractional distillation is mainly used when the boiling point difference is less than 25 Kelvin. That means if you take two components, let us take two components like alcohol and water. I will give you the example, then you can understand very easily. Alcohol and water. Okay, if you take alcohol, means alcohol boiling point is 351.5 Kelvin nearly. I am taking in Kelvin, not degrees Celsius. And if you take water, you know very well, 373 Kelvin, degrees Kelvin. That means if you observe alcohol and water mixer, the boiling point of alcohol is 351.5 and it is 373. Let us take the reference, 373 and 351.5. Then how much will come? 0, 5, 1, 2. That means 21.5. This 21.5 Kelvin is nothing but less than 25 Kelvin. This 21.5 Kelvin is nothing but less than 25. Like this, if any components are having boiling point difference less than 25 Kelvin, then we are not supposed to use the process distillation, and we need to go for the alternative process, that is nothing but fractional distillation. Okay, the same equipment for the fractional distillation also, but there is a difference, that is nothing but here we are arranging, okay, one more apparatus. Okay, here we are arranging one more apparatus, that is nothing but fractionating column. Okay, simply here other all arrangement, equipment, everything is same only, but here we just keeping one column, that is nothing but what we can call a fractionating column. A fractionating column. Okay, why we are using this fractionating column means when there is a volatile liquid, that means if the boiling point difference is very small, that means less than 25, that time by using distillation process what will happen means some of the components will be above. That means if one component evaporate means at the same time one more component also will evaporate. Then what will happen? Again you will get the mixer only. You are not separating those two exactly. But here while using fractionating column, what will happen means this fractionating column, okay, separate those components in a minute way. That means here what will happen means less than 25 Kelvin, whenever the difference is there, then what will happen? The volatile nature of the two liquids are very close. That time this fractionating column do the evaporation again and again, then what will happen? Only one component will be comes under this condenser. Then you can collect the respective compound. Here what I am taking? Here I am taking alcohol and water. Which one I am taking? Alcohol and water. Okay, which one will evaporate first? Which is having low boiling point? 351.5 is the low boiling point. Therefore, instead of salt water, what I am taking? Alcohol and water. Okay, then which is the lowest boiling point? 351.5 Kelvin is the lowest boiling point. Therefore, alcohol will evaporate first and it will condense it, and you can collect alcohol here. What is left in the flask? What is left in the flask? Water will be left. Okay, like this, based on the boiling point difference, we can use fractional distillation. Then you need to understand one point. What is that one? Distillation process or fractional distillation process, both are same only. But the thing is boiling point difference. If the boiling point difference greater than 25 Kelvin, then you can use distillation process for any type of components, mixers. But here, if the difference is less than 25 Kelvin, you should have to use the fractional distillation. You should have to use the fractional distillation. The best example is crude oil. When you are going to separate petrol, diesel, you know, crude oil. Am I correct or wrong? Crude oil contains so many constituents. What are those? Petrol, diesel, kerosene, these and all. Okay, actually those petrol, diesel and kerosene are having near boiling points. Those type of components we can separate by using fractional distillation only. Therefore, fractional distillation technique is very useful to separate two components of boiling point difference is less than 25 Kelvin. Okay, this is one of the important techniques which we are using for to separate two components based on their boiling point difference. Okay, this is about distillation and fractional distillation. Hope you all understood. Don't get any confusion. This is the arrangement, a simple diagram only. Okay, in your higher studies you are going to learn by practically in higher studies. This type of arrangements will be available for you in higher study. You can see different type of components, and you better search some examples which are having boiling point difference less than 25, greater than 25. Okay, hope you all understood. Thank you so much.